Could the coronavirus's impact on Hollywood and the international movie-going community, the audience, affect the box office returns of Black Widow and Wonder Woman 1984? Maybe so. I hadn't at first thought that I had paid attention to the coronavirus a little bit, but not that much. At first, I thought it was like, some virus or disease that would, come and go, would work its way through, and then, you wouldn't hear about it anymore because it would, just work itself out the way a lot of diseases do. But I've been seeing, like colds and things like that. I thought it was like a flu season kind of thing. But I'm seeing more and more about it on the news, and there are people worried that it could be a pandemic. There's like all these people infected in quarantine, like in China and Italy. There's cases here in the US. And there are people saying, scientists, researchers saying they aren't sure how long the coronavirus is going to be a problem, and it could get worse before it gets better. And there are people acting like it could affect the entire like Hollywood movie season throughout this entire year. And I was like, whoa, like that's a long time. We're only in the second month of 2020. So they're thinking that, for like 6 or 7 more months or longer, the coronavirus could be this much of a problem. I was stunned. But if that's the case, do our sci-fi and comic book movies that we're all excited for, our superhero movies, are they in trouble? Their box office returns. I mean, I think they'll make money. Black Widow and Wonder Woman 1984 will still make money. But, will they be robbed of their maximum potential? Those are the two superhero movies that are expected to be the first, one or both of those, to be the first billion-dollar superhero movies of the year. But, if China's closing down its theaters, then that's going to be a whole chunk of the box office that Black Widow and Wonder Woman 1984 can't make, Is that going to hurt their ability to reach that billion-dollar, benchmark? Now, we've seen with Joker, of course, that Hollywood does not need China to make $1 billion because Joker didn't open there. And it was R-rated, made $1 billion. So it's possible that even without China, that each of those movies can succeed. But difficult and I think unlikely. But let's look at some of the stuff I'm reading that we're seeing. As we already know, Sonic the Hedgehog hasn't opened in China yet. They're trying to wait until this passes to Paramount to release it sometime over there. Sonic is doing well. I think it's past 200 million, but it's missing out on a lot of that, sweet box office pie from China because it is not able to open in China right now. So they're waiting. They're waiting until the right time. The China premiere of the next James Bond movie, No Time to Die, was canceled, and production on the 7th Mission Impossible movie was postponed because of coronavirus concerns. Disney's $200 million Mulan remake may not even be released in China, which one box office expert said is likely its biggest theatrical market. Yeah, the coronavirus could KO Mulan, or at least significantly hurt it, right? Because that, you know what Mulan is, right? That Disney animated movie that's based in China. They did a live action version because, Disney's all about, Disney's about a lot of things these days. One of the things they're about is live action remakes of popular fairy tales and, older movies, older live action movies like Mary Poppins. But in Mulan's case, they spent $200 million on it. They expect it to be, since it's based on a Chinese, story, they expected it to do big in China. They were like, I think they wrote and cut that movie specifically to appeal to China over other countries, even though it's going to come out in the US too. And now it might not even be released there. They were hoping that Mulan could be a huge hit in China because, Chinese audiences might like, to see a movie that has people who look like them all over it. Wow, but, it's not even going to be released there, at least not anytime soon. In Italy, another place that's been hit hard by coronavirus, there are concerns that it could spread, even worse in that area of the world. About 50% of the cinemas there have been closed, including in the Lombardy region, which is home to Milan. Amid those closures, some studios have made the decision to delay releases of The Invisible Man, which opens this weekend, onward, and local films are being affected. Oh, it talks more about things like Mission Impossible 7, which I already went into. So, wow. I do still think that movies like Black Widow and Wonder Woman 1984 will still be successful, but, it would be a shame if their ability to reach that billion-dollar benchmark, the coveted billion-dollar benchmark these days, they are robbed of that chance because of, forces beyond their control. I don't think there's anyone to blame. I mean, And I do wonder, if there's this movie that does tank because they missed out on the China box office, are they going to blame the movie for something that's not its fault? It's not, it's not a movie's fault if a country it could open in is hit with a big disease, right? It'll be interesting to see, how executives judge any low box office performances this year. I mean, because they all know what's going on. However, there are people trying to say that coronavirus is one of the reasons that hurt Birds of Prey, but I don't think so. I think even if there was no coronavirus, Birds of Prey would have still underperformed. For other reasons that have nothing to do with the virus. I made a video about that, but wow. So what do you think? Can the coronavirus hurt Wonder Woman 1984 and Black Widow and other movies? Do you think it'll still be like Black Widow comes out in May, Wonder Woman in June? Do you think coronavirus is still going to be a problem by that time? Or will it have already, worked its way through, the world system by then? Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like it on YouTube and subscribe to the channel because I appreciate your viewership, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.